Hi there, my beautiful birdies. Welcome back to the nest. So today we have another 18 plus reading, and we're going to look into your next spicy encounter. So how this is going to go, lately our 18 plus readings have been with an extended for the actual 18 plus portion because we cannot have that here on YouTube anymore. So over here, we are going to look into who it's going to be with and kind of the circumstances around your next sexual encounter. So you know, what you're going to do, what you're going to be doing when this starts, what is going to be the environment, that kind of thing. And then on the extended, we're going to actually look into the, spicy stuff and get some timing for you as well and some messages that can give us a little bit more information, okay? So with that being said, we have 4 beautiful pals with us. The extendeds are going to be down below in the description box. All right, as well for the timestamps. You can choose by the crystals, you can choose by the timestamps, choose however you want it. And for pile number 1, we have some red coral. For pile number 2, we have some Mangano calcite. For pile number 3, we have some Mookaite. And for pile number 4, we have some Moonstone. Alrighty, so with that being said, whenever you're ready, timestamps are going to be down below. Feel free to pause the video and connect a little bit with a pause, but whenever you're ready, I'll see you over there. Hi there, my pal number 1. Welcome into your reading. So if you chose the red coral, you're definitely in the right place. So like I said in the intro, in case you missed it, today we're going to look into your next spicy encounter, and the 18 plus portion has to be on the extended because YouTube. So the link is going to be down below for that. Over here, we are going to look into who it is going to be with. And like the environment, the circumstances, how do you get there? And then on the extended, we're actually going to look into the spicy stuff and some timing as well. Okay, so let's get started here with the whom is it this going to be with. We have refreshing change, keep an open mind. We also have ice cube, detached, indifferent, don't care. Have the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. All right. So I kind of feel like this is someone that maybe right now, it's not necessarily that you're in a separation, but maybe things right now are a little bit cold, or maybe you've been out in the cold and, some spider webs going on downstairs. And now this person comes forward in such a refreshing change, so different from what you're used to connect with. And now they come forward with such a different energy, and they are exactly what you're looking for. If this is someone that you already know, I feel like there is some sort of, I really don't think there's separation here. It's not showing up that way. But I feel like this could be someone that maybe you weren't that close, or, maybe this is someone that you already know for some time, but you weren't that close and you were kind of indifferent to each other. And now you can start communicating with each other again. Maybe you already have. And there's this refreshing change. It's like, oh my God, I never thought you would be this way. Because even with this Queen of Swords and King of Wands, I feel like you may have seen this person as very cold, very detached. And then they reveal themselves to be this King of Wands, very passionate, very fiery, very fun as well. And I feel like they have a really cute sense of humor. And it's almost like there's this mask, right? So they may have been keeping this mask with you, not really showing everything that they were. And now, boom, oh my God, wait, you're so different than what I expected, right? In both scenarios. So I feel like this person kind of shows up out of the blue, whatever the scenario is. For some, you may already know this person. For others, you may not. Maybe this is kind of the history of the two of you, so how things kind of evolved, and now you're already in this place of, oh wait, you're so different from what I expected, and I see that you are this refreshing change for my life. So I definitely feel like this person is definitely going to have a beautiful impact on your life, if not already. And I feel like more than anything, there's a beautiful friendship behind it, because I'm seeing like these dudes talking and everything, and I feel like there's this feeling of like you're besties more than anything, and I feel like that's how it starts. But at the same time, with all of these herbs, it kind of feels like if you set them on fire, it's almost like it feels like those little things that you put on like when you're trying to build a fire, right? You put under the wood for it to start. it feels like it's those things. So I feel like there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion here between the two. And I feel like you just need to set it on fire once and it's like, boom, it just goes. It just explodes with so much desire. So I kind of feel like that's the situation here with this person. And I also feel like with this Queen of Swords and the King of Wands, they are very mature. That is something I'm getting. I feel like they are an amazing parent, or they will be. Maybe that is a strong desire of theirs. And I feel like you can see that. You can see how amazing they will be. You can see how solid and mature they are to have those children. I also feel like if they are a parent, they could have been teens when they had the baby. I'm kind of getting that. But I feel like they take care of that baby like with their whole soul, body, and mind. It's like everything that they do is for that baby. So that may be a very specific message, but yeah. But I definitely feel like this person is also very ambitious. They could be very creative, but I feel like they're also very set on what they want. So I feel like they have a very solid vision for what they want in the future. And I feel like it's like, I'm going to have it no matter what. I also feel like there's this feeling of, for example, even if they are creative and they have their creative project and whatever the case may be, and they work independently, it's like they're not afraid to ask for the money. They're not afraid to ask for what they deserve. And I feel like that's something that really empowers them and allows them to create and to have a lot more in their life than maybe sometimes artists don't have, right? And I feel like this person is like, I don't care if I don't publish my book in the next 5 years. When I publish my book, it's going to be right. It's going to be, maybe they're also a little bit of a perfectionist, but it's going to be right. And it's going to be with the right conditions. My book has to be on like perfect, right? And I feel like they're also a little bit hard on themselves, but I also feel like they have this really big maturity and self-awareness to the point where they are not afraid to transform themselves and grow up and transform their mentality, their limiting beliefs, do a lot of that inner work that we all have to do. So yeah, this is someone really mature. I feel like this is someone that perhaps you already know, or at first instant you thought that, oh, this is going to be nothing, or this person is really cold, and they revealed themselves to be really funny, really passionate, and a really interesting person to be around. And I really feel like there's a lot of fiery passion here, fiery chemistry. So let's look into the environment. How is this going to go? How is this maybe it's the first, but next spicy encounter with them is going to go. So we have beauty. Aw, sweet. We also have chemistry. There we go. Passion, attraction, sparks. Absolutely. And we also have fantasy. Daydreaming, fantasies, and future. This is so interesting. So I'm getting a couple of things. I even wonder if this next spicy encounter is actually going to be in your mind. It could be, but I actually see this 5 and 22 has like, you're transforming this passion and chemistry and these fantasies into something tangible. So you likely have been fantasizing a lot about this person, and it's definitely happening, okay? And I would even say we're going to look into the extended, how it's actually going to go. But I would even say that it may be exactly how you imagined it. Maybe even better, but I feel like I'm not picking up so much so far on the environment itself, but I actually feel like it can play out as one of your fantasies. So that's something. I'm also getting, for some, it could actually start off in work, at work, some workplace. I'm also getting, you may know this person from school. That's something that's coming through. But I am getting a little bit of bathroom vibes, to be honest, with that beauty, even with that mirror and everything. I kind of see this as like one of you is getting ready. So maybe this is at a point where, I don't know, it'd be interesting. Like you just had a spicy encounter last night and you're watching this. Like, I don't know, the other person's like sleeping and you're watching this video. And then it's like, this is going to happen next morning. That would be so fun. But I definitely feel like there is some sort of bathroom energy here where you're kind of getting ready, or again, it's like you were just getting out of the bathroom at your workplace, and this person is like, nope, we're gonna go inside again. And that can be something that happens. But we have the Six of Swords. So I feel like you're not going to be, or one of you is not going to be in your how do I phrase this? A safe environment, in the sense that it's possibly going to be like in one of your houses, for example, and the other person is like, it has moved. Maybe there is some sort of physical distance here. So this next spicy encounter, one of you has to move to see the other. Or again, it's in this place where both of you are not in your safe place. So both of you are not in a place that you know. So again, this next spicy encounter could be while you're traveling, if you're already together, right? You could be traveling together, maybe some business travel. This could be, again, at work or some sort of public bathroom. I don't know, you guys may be kinky, but it could be something around those lines. We also have King of Swords, Knight of Cups. I even wonder, and we have the Knight of Swords. I even wonder if this is some sort of vacation. Because like with the King of Swords, this dude is kind of meditating, so it's resting, relaxing. Maybe it's like over a weekend, or over like one of your days off or something like that. And I definitely feel like there is this feeling of you just rest and relax, and you're not really feeling pressure to rush things or anything like that. It's like you're really safe and peaceful. And I feel like this person also makes you very peaceful and safe. I really feel like for some of you, maybe you already kind of got to know this, refreshing change kind of side. And maybe the whole person is a refreshing change from what you're used to connecting with. And I feel like they're coming through. Maybe you're already in a relationship, let's say, and this is like you're spending the weekend together or something, you're having a trip, and this is definitely when the next sexual encounter is going to happen. I definitely feel like there could be some sort of, I feel like it's very lovey-dovey, but also very kind of passionate. But we're going to dive deeper into that in the extended. But I definitely feel like there is this feeling of perhaps you just, again, I kind of see this as morning duty. That is definitely coming through as a vibe. But I'm also getting this feeling of like, maybe even in the shower, we're talking about the bathroom. So there could also be some shower action. But I definitely feel like there is this feeling where you're both opening your hearts. So maybe this is after a date and you talk about your feelings and where you want things to go. And I feel like there's this big, boom moment where it's like, oh, okay, whoopsie. So disgusting. I'm sorry. But this could be a moment where everything is revealed and there is you're no longer holding back with each other, and I feel like you're able to create this safe bubble around you. And I don't know, you're really like with each other in that moment, present. And I definitely feel like any insecurities or doubts that you may have had about each other and about this connection, I feel like it's being resolved and it's being, dissolved as well. And I feel like you're healing those things. And I feel like as this next spicy encounter goes, there is this transformation. Not only one of you is traveling, but the relationship is traveling. I feel like there is another step of the relationship being taken here. So again, maybe you either just got into a relationship, you just officialized it. Maybe it's like your first weekend together, your first trip together. There's a little bit of this feeling. And I definitely feel like it's going to be like, cozy, and lovely. Oh, I love this. All right. So with that being said, pile number 1, we're going to get into the extended for the spicy stuff. The extended is going to be down below, as always. And yeah, if this is where we part, totally cool, dude. But I feel like it's going to be, to be honest, I feel like it's going to be an amazing one. Possibly very lovey-dovey, and you're going to love it. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this one and that it resonated. If it did, don't forget to smash that like button for me and subscribe, have it already. And I wish you the freaking best. If you're interested in private readings, we also have 18 plus ones. The link is going to be down below. If you're, what do I have to say? if you're interested in joining my Patreon, where we have weekly messages, the link is also going to be down below. As well for my merch, we finally have merch, and I'm really excited about it. The link is going to be down below for it. It's from my new company called Calcite, so definitely go check it out. But with that being said, I love you very much. I wish you the best, and hopefully I will see you on the extended or on the next one. Bye bye. Hi there, pile number 2. Welcome into your reading. So if you chose the Mangano Calcite, you're definitely in the right place. So in case you missed the intro, we are going to have an extended today because this 18 plus readings have to be on an extended. But over here on YouTube, we are going to look into who is it going to be with your next spicy encounter, and what are like the circumstances, how does this start, places, that kind of thing. And then over on the extended, we're going to look into the actual deed and what may be happening over there, and some timing, some messages, spicy messages that may give us a little bit more information and all those things. Okay, so the link for the extended is going to be down below, but let's get started here. There's a fly. Let's get started here with who is this person. Who are you going to have your next sexual encounter? So we have family connection, separation, sour, resentment, anger, hurtful words. We also have the 7 of Swords with fertility, the Empress, and the King of Swords. So straight away we have here some Libra, Aquarius, and Taurus energies, if that means anything to you. But I feel like this is pretty obvious, right? So I feel like this is someone that you're in separation from. I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone you even already have a family with. So you may already have children. Or if it wasn't really at that point, maybe this is someone that did know your family. Maybe it got to the point where you introduced them to them. Yeah, grammar, but I think it's correct. You introduced that person to your family, and maybe things were actually moving forward. But I feel like this is someone that, to be honest, maybe they had a little bit of an issue with maybe not lying, but conceding things, hiding things, and not really speaking them. And maybe this was maybe not necessarily lies, but I feel like this was someone that perhaps didn't really feel worthy of you. And I feel like they put you on a pedestal a little bit, and that kind of got in the way. And you may have fought a lot with this person, and maybe this was actually a nasty separation, because we even have here like hurtful words, anger. So maybe it was a little bit of a nasty separation, but I feel like this person really does admire you, and they do want you. And with these readings, like whenever we're talking, especially about these sexual encounters and everything, you have free will, okay? So this is just a possibility. And if you really don't want to connect with this energy, maybe check out another pile that you feel called to, okay? But it's always up to you. But I definitely feel like this is someone you're in separation from, likely someone that you already had some sort of, big connection with. So you introduced them to your family and that kind of thing. But I feel like there was a lot of, I don't know, maybe a lot of fights and arguments. I also feel like this right here, wait. Oh, it's a globe. Because this right here, the thing that she's holding, it kind of looks like a little bag of money, but it's not. It's actually like a globe with a cross on top of it. I actually feel like this person, they could be quite wealthy. And I feel like perhaps they had, it's almost like in their workspace, they had to be very clean, very straight and maybe a little bit cold and detached and very assertive. And I feel like perhaps they brought that into the relationship as well. It's like maybe they didn't know how to separate, but they could have been very abundant. And they may still be, but they might be very abundant. And I feel like they see you as like the complete opposite of them. And maybe you are, but I feel like they see you as like this shiny butterfly kind of thing and very lighthearted, and I feel like they don't really know how to deal with that. But I feel like they're ready to come rushing towards you because that's what they want. Interesting. So let's see how this is going to go. Let's get a little bit of information around how this may start, what is happening here for you to get into this spicy encounter. We have peace. We also have new beginnings. All right. We have self, single, independence, freedom, and we also have past life, magnetic, deja vu, familiarity. That is interesting. So I kind of feel like this is going to start a little bit out of the blue. I feel like you'll be doing your thing, especially with this self. I feel like you're going to be alone and out and about, feeling very peaceful with yourself. And this is likely going to happen at a time where you have healed. You have moved forward with your life and accomplished a lot of things. And I feel like you were perhaps on a self date even with this King of Cups. And I feel like we're just, vibing, essentially. I feel like you were just doing your thing. I also feel like your career and your path as a person could have been very, very good. So I feel like this is happening at a point where your career is rising. You're getting a lot of momentum, a lot of spotlight, I would say. And even with these new beginnings, it's like it's at a point in your life where, I don't know, a lot of new beginnings are happening. And right behind this judgment, it was the 10 of Pentacles. So I really feel like you could have just gotten a job or something. And that may actually be how this whole thing starts. Because with this past life, and especially the magnet, I feel like the encounter is going to be random. I feel like you finding them super duper random. Because maybe this person has already or maybe you've moved out of your country or your city and it's like you're far apart, so no way you're going to find this person again. Way actually, because I really see them coming forward. But I feel like this time you're actually in a place where you're more independent and you're more aware of yourself and your limiting beliefs. I'm not sure if this person is too, but I definitely feel like hopefully in the extended we may get some more information around that, but I definitely feel like you're more aware of your limiting beliefs and the things that you do want and don't want in your life. And so I feel like you may even come forward has a little cold towards this person at first. Just in the sense that I don't think you want to, it's like, let me be careful. Like, I don't want to risk too much, let me be careful. Because I feel like you don't want to take any chances, especially when it comes to yourself, right? So I feel like in this moment, how this next sexual encounter is going to start, it's going to be with yourself. It's going to be with you being possibly at a self-date, you just being out and about, doing some window shopping even, maybe even looking at houses, because for some of you, maybe you're thinking of moving, and you end up moving to the place where this person goes, or this person is actually like the real estate person that you're going to meet, and you didn't know. It's like there's this feeling of unexpected happening, and your guides are definitely going to push the two of you into this moment right here. And then it's going to be up to you if this leads to more or not, but it's totally up to you. And I definitely feel like with these new beginnings, there is a possibility for you two to have a new beginning, okay? We're going to see in what way, but yeah. Wow, this is interesting. So I feel like this is the moment where we jump into the extended to see what about this sexual encounter is going to happen. Because I feel like we're getting more around like the place in your life that you are, and more around timing than actually how this is going to start in terms of the sexual encounter has specifically. So let's jump into the extended and take a look. If you're interested in checking that, again, it's going to be in the description box. If not, totally okay. This is my part. And I thank you so much for being here. I hope this resonated and you enjoyed it. If it did, don't forget to smash like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And if you're interested in checking out my Patreon, my power readings, my merch, we have merch now. All of those links are going to be down below. And we actually have 13% off going on in my merch. So definitely go check it out. And that's it. So I love you very much. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi there, my pattern number 3. Welcome into your reading. So if you chose the Mookaite, you're definitely in the right place. And I don't know if you missed the intro, but how this is going to go. Over here, we are going to look into who your next spicy encounter is going to be with, and like the circumstances, how it's going to start, what is going to be happening before you actually do it. And then, because YouTube, we have to get the 18 plus portion of this reading really into the extended, okay? So the link for that is going to be down below in case you're interested. But let's get started here by taking a look into who is this person and what is going on here between two. So we have confusion. We also have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. We have friendship, soul trap, friends, networking with the number 29. And then we have Ace of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Star. That is interesting. So I'm seeing this in two ways, actually. I'm seeing this as you may have recently, not necessarily recently, or I feel like right now you may be a bit confused about your love life. Either because you don't really know where it's headed and you may be trying to manifest someone. So this could be the next extra encounter, could be with someone new that you're trying to manifest. I'm also seeing this as you're confused about a friendship. And that is actually the person that is coming forward here, is that friendship. Because maybe there's a lot of like sexual tension over there. And I feel like you both are really drawn into each other and you want more of each other. But maybe there is a lot of hiccups, things getting in the way, not really allowing you to connect fully and make this happen. Maybe there is some sort of third party here, but I kind of feel like there's this feeling of like you want a new beginning in love, and I feel like you're trying to look for it. I feel like maybe you're a little bit confused of where to look for that person. And this all of a sudden turned to being a love reading, but I definitely feel like this could be with a friend, or at least this relationship here, if you're trying to manifest someone, it starts as a friendship. And I feel like this is going to be someone that is going to help you heal a lot. We have over here Aquarius energy, but I feel like this is going to be someone that helps you heal a lot. And I feel like they bring forward a lot of freedom for you, a lot of, I'm hearing intuition. Maybe they help you connect more with your spiritual side, and they help you be more aligned with who you want to be and achieve your dream life. And I also feel like this person could be a dream to you. They could come forward with this energy of you're everything that I was looking for, and I don't have to look for it anymore. And with this Star, I also feel like this is someone very generous. Like, she's a mermaid. She doesn't have to be like getting water to feed the fish, right? She's doing it for the fish. She's doing it just because, hey, let me try and, give a little bit. So I feel like this is someone very gentle and very nurturing, and maybe they do some sort of charity, volunteering, that kind of thing. I feel like they could be very eco-friendly, and really they may also have pets. I'm getting that. And they may just want peace, and love all around the world. And I feel like they could be very like peace and love. I'm also getting a little bit of Libra vibes. But I definitely feel like this is someone also that would put themselves like at the end for other people. It's like, I don't mind if you have to step on me. I don't mind if I don't know, if you need to let me go for you to be happy and for you to be better by yourself. And if you need to accomplish something, like, I have your back. If you need me to like surrender myself for you to be able to run away from your enemies, I'll do it. I'll be the decoy, and I'll help you out in any way I can. This is someone that is truly passionate about themselves and about life as well. But I feel like more than anything about their friendships, about their community. And this is someone that will always put their community and friendships first before them. Before themselves, always first, and then there's them. And I really feel like this is someone that could also have a lot of connections, especially with this networking. It could be someone that is very well known. Because I feel like they, in a way, they also know how to stand up for themselves. But I feel like this is someone that they are really kind and really generous. So people know them for being kind and generous. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's like Power with Race person, like, absolutely, like, great guy. Absolutely adore that dude. So amazing, always helpful. And it's truly someone that you can count on. It's like everyone that knows this person only have good things to say, and I feel like that's truly what they are. And I feel like this is also someone like here in this image, it almost feels like this person, again, with the charity and with putting other people first, is almost like she's crowning someone. That is kind of how I'm seeing this. And I feel like this person is totally ready to crown other people and just be like, yo, you deserve all the praise and I'm so proud of you. Words of affirmation could be actually one of their love languages, I'm getting. But I feel like in the end, this is someone that would move mountains for people they love and would do whatever it takes for other people to be happy, because that's all they want. They don't want anything else but other people to be happy. And I feel like sometimes they may tend to forget themselves. That could be something. But yeah, I also feel like this is someone very, very beautiful. Not even in a sense that I'm getting like almost like angelic kind of energy. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, there's something about them that it's like, sure, they are beautiful and physically attractive, but it's more than that. It's not just about the physical attraction. It's more of an angelic thing. I also feel like they're a great leader, and they could actually be, I don't think this person likes to be the center of attention, but they could be a great leader. So they may even be in a position where maybe they have to teach like an internship, like help them out in whatever way they can. That kind of feeling, where they may not be necessarily like in a position of authority. If they are, they're like an amazing boss, an amazing team leader, that kind of thing. But I feel like they are very like friend of a friend, let me help you out. I'm also part of the team. I'm not just here to lead. I'm also part of the team. I'm also going to do the work. I feel like that's very who they are. So if this kind of sounds like someone you know, or that thing of you're kind of confused, where do I go? Maybe you're just healing from a situation here that there was deceit and manipulation, lies involved, and you're healing from that, not really sure where your love life is going, and you're trying to manifest someone new, then definitely know that you are manifesting someone new, and this could be it, okay? So let's get here into what is happening here before you get into the nasty stuff. We have friendship, okay? We also have twin flame, spiritual past life, and mirroring. And we have love, and we have dating, dates, romance, opportunities, and quality time. This is so great. This is really beautiful. So to be honest, this is pretty straightforward. I feel like this is going to happen after a date, and specifically the date. So it's not just, we're just hanging out, just, as friends. Maybe this is even something for your career. I'm not really picking up on that too much, but I feel like you finally move from this place of friendship into actual dating. So that is when it's going to happen, essentially. It's not going to happen before you're in this place of, we're just friends and let's get into friends with benefits. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is going to happen when you're truly in this place of, we're solid, we're official, we're like truly something, right? It's no longer just a love friendship or a friendship love. Yeah, it's not only a friendship love, it's love, right? I also feel like you could have some sort, not necessarily like paranormal or anything like that, but you could have, I feel like this is going to be at a moment where on this date you could have a really deep, meaningful conversation where you're truly open up about, I don't know, something important to you and something deep about you. Maybe it is about religion, spirituality, but I feel like it could even be like sharing stories, sharing memories, and sharing things that make you and make them themselves. And I feel like it's truly stories that are impactful. It's not just, when I was a kid, I used to ride a bike. No, it's truly stories that made you. And maybe deep, maybe very heavy for some. And I feel like that is going to help the two of you like deepen the bond even more. But I really feel like this is going to be after a date. You're totally in love. We even have romance. So I feel like you're just going to be like vibing with each other. But we have over here the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, King of Wands, and let's get one more. Okay. We have Justice with the Four of Cups. I'm actually going to take it. And bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So, what's happening here? I feel like what's happening before you get into the deed. So, how do you get there? I feel like that conversation is about this. So, I feel like it could be that you're opening up about your past. Opening up about your past when it comes to your love life. And every time that you were disappointed, everything that didn't work, everything that wasn't really, that was proving you that that person was not it. You're opening up about this healing that you're going through and this healing that this person is going through. You're talking about those things. I don't think this date is going to be anything too big. I feel like it's going to be something very simple, in a sense that it could just be like, let's, go for a walk. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more than a coffee. It's like, I'm getting it more has like lunch and a walk, something like that. It's not anything, nothing too fancy. I see this happening throughout the day, or during the day, and not necessarily at night or something. Especially, well, we're gonna get there in the extended, but I actually feel like there's a big desire for you to see each other's bodies, because I feel like that is going to bring even more vulnerability. So I feel like there's a desire for that, and that's why it may be happening throughout the day. But I feel like this is definitely, Six of Swords, you're out and about, and I feel like that is, how this whole thing starts. You're out and about on a date, and I feel like there's definitely that passion. You may even get a little bit spicy in whatever way you can. There's definitely a kiss here that is being shared, and that can then kind of lead to a lot more. But I definitely feel like there's going to be things boiling over, and I feel like you're going to truly feel that. But this is going to be a very simple date, a very sweet little thing, and there's going to be a lot of intimate conversation. And the thing that is missing here is the intimate side of the physicality of it. But I feel like the emotional intimacy is definitely going to be there. And I feel like you're going to be in this place where you're like totally in love, and you're understanding, oh, this is not just a little date with a Page of Pentacles. It's actually a date with a King of Pentacles, someone that I can have this relationship with. And so I feel like you're definitely dating here and official in that kind of thing, and you feel a lot more confident about the two of you. Maybe before you had some insecurities and fears that maybe this person wasn't it, but this is long term. And I feel like this date and this conversation and maybe this sexual interaction could prove that to you, and show you, yeah. Because I even feel like maybe with this Page of Pentacles, there's a little fear of, oh, this is it? Just a lunch and a walk? It's like, okay. Am I dating just a page? And then you understand that, no. It wasn't really about what you were doing or where you were eating. This person was more focused on, and maybe this is for you as well, but I feel like you're just more focused on connecting with each other, getting to know each other, and not so much on what you're doing together. It's like you want to, and I feel like this person is going to be the one to set everything up, because I feel like they're truly focused on talking, on getting to know you, on getting deep, on showing you that you don't need to do anything too crazy and, I don't know, with a lot of movement for you to entertain yourselves. No, you can entertain yourselves by talking and by spending time together. And I feel like that is going to be this person's biggest goal and wish. So yeah, and then how it goes, to be honest, I feel like there's a little bit of hand play, but we're actually going to get into that now, into the extended, to see what is actually going to happen. We're also going to pull some messages, spicy messages, and some timing for when this may be happening, okay? So if you're interested in that, the link is going to be down below for the extended. If this is where we're part, totally cool, dude. I hope this resonated and helped. At least you have a little bit of a hint of how it's going to happen. But don't forget to smash like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And if you're interested in checking out my Patreon for weekly messages, private readings, my merch, we have merch. All of those links are going to be down below. And that's it. So I love you very much. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi there, my beautiful pal number 4. Welcome into your reading. So if you chose the Moonstone, you're definitely in the right place. And in case you missed the intro, how this is going to go is today we have, a little 18 plus rating, and for that we actually have to use extendeds because YouTube. So over here we're going to look into who your next spicy encounter is going to be with, and kind of what leads up to that, right? The circumstances, what's going on, why is that happening, and then on the extended we're actually going to look into the actual situation, and we're also going to pull some spicy messages to get some more information and some timing at the end. Okay, so feel free to just watch this portion on YouTube, but if you're interested in getting into the extended, the link is going to be down below. All right, so let's get here into who is this person. We have comforting. Oh, Jesus. We also have release your eggs. The time has come to clear energy. Fun times, party, vacation, quality time with the number 30, if that means anything to you. We also have the 9 of Swords with cruelty, the Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess. So we have some water energy going on here. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And that's essentially it. We also have some air over here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it doesn't have to be. But who is this person? I feel like this is someone that is very sweet and caring, but we'll get into that. First of all, I feel like this is someone that you're really, really comfortable with. I almost see this as a bestie, but more than a bestie. I feel like this is someone that perhaps you're still getting to know and you're spending a lot of time with. Maybe you're actually already in a relationship with, because we do have the Queen of Cups, but this is feeling like this is just someone that feels right, you know, and maybe even though you may not be official yet or that kind of thing, I feel like this is someone that you truly feel comfortable with. And I feel like this is someone that really makes you feel peaceful and that it's okay to be yourself. I feel like you have a lot of fun with this person. They could be quite funny, actually, and maybe a little bit of a life of the party, or at least you're the life of the party for each other, you know, and I feel like you always feel so good. I also feel like you kind of allow yourselves to forget about the past when you're together. So I feel like with this Nine of Swords as well, this person may have been hurt, very hurt in the past, and probably you too. And maybe you just got out of a relationship here. I was going to say toxic, so maybe it was toxic, but you just got out of a relationship here perhaps, or just, you know, those wounds and ghosts from the past could be haunting you and everything. And I feel like this person kind of helps you heal those things little by little, step by step. And I feel like that means a lot. You know, that brings you a lot of excitement. And I feel like that also brings a lot of relief, because maybe there is this feeling of, I never thought that I could really actually have this. You know, maybe there was always this kind of fear that maybe love is not for me. Maybe, you know, I'm just doomed to these like toxic relationships and doomed relationships, that kind of thing. But I feel like this person is calming, but also electrifying. And that is such a beautiful combination. When it comes to this person specifically, again, I feel like they're really funny, but I also feel like this is someone that could be very animal oriented. So they could really enjoy, like animals, spending time with animals. Maybe they have pets. This is someone that is very sweet and very kind. I'm getting kind of Snow White kind of vibes. Maybe literally, maybe they come from, you know, a household that is not so good. And maybe they lost their father, but I feel like this is someone that is always able to see the both sides of the same coin. You know, they always understand people. They're very compassionate. Excuse me. And maybe they're actually not a big talker, because I feel like this is a great listener, but maybe not very talkative, even though they are the life of the party. And maybe you bring out that talkative side to them, and I don't know, I feel like you make them feel safe. You know, I feel like you make them feel like really okay to just exist and to show who they are to the world. Maybe there's also something about like you inspiring them to be more creative and to be more ambitious, perhaps. Like in the sense that I feel like you make them dream bigger and aim higher. There's something around those lines. I also feel like this person is very intuitive and they're a great manifester. So they could maybe literally do that and consciously do that, or they just don't know, and people always see them as like, oh, you're so lucky, and they see themselves as like, oh wow, I'm really lucky, when in fact it's like they manifested all of those things. And I feel like they could have a really big connection with their guides. They could even have some psychic abilities if they are aware of those. They could tap into them quite regularly, maybe even through journaling, you know, intuitive writing, maybe you know, maybe if they do something creative, like the creativity could be their way to channel. I'm also getting, this kind of looks like a camera over here. So maybe they do something related with social media, or they just like maybe photography or to post photos. Maybe they do something with video and that multimedia kind of thing. But I definitely feel like this is someone that I even feel like they could be very into the ocean, in a sense that they may really, it's almost like their heart needs, this is interesting. Their heart needs the ocean to calm themselves. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person is from Atlantis in a past life, and they still have that big connection, or at least they could have big connection with that history and everything. Because I feel like they have a big connection with the ocean and with water. It really suits them and calms them. and maybe it's even like a need for them, so they may need to live by the ocean to really like fulfill their biggest purpose or anything like that. And maybe maybe you're watching this reading and hearing all those things, and it's like messages that you may need to pass on to them. It's like, yo, listen to this, you need this, but I definitely feel like this is someone very intuitive. I definitely feel like they have this kind of Disney princess and prince kind of vibe, and they're really, really sweet. We have blondish hair. We also have here black, darkish hair. So yeah. But I also feel like they could struggle a little bit with anxiety, and maybe they're a bit of an overthinker too. But again, I feel like you bring so much peace to this person, and they feel really, really good with you. This is so beautiful. And they're really balanced, like they're really mature. They may even be quite young. But they have it's like they're an old soul. They have such a big maturity. I'm getting 22 specifically, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be that they're 30, but they have the, they're in their, I don't know, maturity. They are mature as like someone that is 60 and that kind of thing. It's like they're quite mature for their age. That's beautiful. So if this sounded like someone you know, or maybe someone you're manifesting, who knows? Let's get into the portion where we look into what leads to this spicy encounter. So we have good luck. Oh, this is sweet. We also have distraction, addictions, numbness, avoidance, and we also have honeymoon, excitement, happiness, and love. To be honest, I feel like you're going to be out and about. There's something about you spending time together. So I would say this is at a point where you're traveling together, that kind of thing. I feel like you're both so much in your bubble that I feel like you're not even going to notice what is going on around you. So you may even be like traveling, and it's not that you don't pay attention to, I don't know, like the history of the place or that kind of thing, but where people around you, right? And that you're rude to people and you just want to be with each other. No, but I feel like you're so in love that you don't really understand what is going on. Like, for example, I think this was like a few weeks ago. I was talking to my brother on the phone, and we were so like, we were talking about spirituality, nonetheless. So yeah, I was really into the conversation, and I was so into that I was like in my own bubble and everything. And like, I don't know, really beside me, there was like someone was getting sick and everything, and the ambulance came and everything, and I didn't even notice. It was just a lady from my gym was like, oh, what happened there? And I was like, wait, what? What happened where? Oh, wait, what? Someone is not good? Wait, when did that happen? And I didn't even notice. And I feel like it's a little bit what's happening here. Is like, it's not that you're not going to care about the outside world, but I feel like you're going to be so distracted by each other that you just want to be with each other and hear each other and spend time with each other. And this, I kind of get this feeling as a vacation. It could also be like a weekend getaway, but I feel like you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about this and that and the other. You're really like decompressing. That's kind of what I'm getting. There could also be something that you're celebrating at this point. Because with this good luck, there could be some good fortune that came to you. That could be something. But I definitely feel like you could be traveling here. So, yeah. But, let's see here. We have the Page of Swords. We have Judgment. Maybe you're just celebrating yourselves, right? And with a honeymoon, maybe you're literally in your honeymoon. Congratulations if that is the case. Oh, holy shit. And we actually have the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about like commitment and marriage and that kind of thing. So yeah, for some it's literally like your honeymoon, and this is about your first time. Oh, your first time as a married couple, I guess. But we also have the Queen of Pentacles and this Empress, which is very feminine energy. So again, this is vacation vibes. This is weekend vibes. Okay, you're gonna be chilling. Maybe you're also meeting each other's family. That could be something as well with the Ten of Pentacles, or. I'm getting something around like spending some time in like a family home. I don't know, you know how those people have like multiple houses, and they have like a house for, oh my goodness, Jesus, I'm burping so much. Some people have like houses for specifically for vacations, their vacation home. I'm kind of getting a little bit of that, so that could also be something. But I definitely feel like you're in that relaxing mode, just taking care of yourselves. And I feel like there's a lot of, I feel like this would be more than a weekend, to be honest, because this feels really like it's a whole week or something around those lines. And I really feel like there's something here that you've just gained, or you're celebrating or something. Tell me more about this Judgment. Because all of these pentacles, it could be like a career deal, career celebration, career promotion, something around those lines. What is this Judgment? Four Swords, yeah. I feel like this is some well-deserved rest. Literally, we're talking about like vacation and all that, and the Four Swords comes out. Crazy. But I feel like this is some well-deserved rest after some struggle. And I don't think it's struggle in the relationship. I truly feel like it's struggle in the world. You know, you've been working so hard, and now you really need some time to rest and recharge and recalibrate and everything. But with this Page of Swords, it talks about messages and news and communication and all that. So I definitely feel like there is some communication happening here. And maybe that is what actually leads to the vacation, or leads to the sexual encounter. So you could be in this vacation here, and while you're on vacation, you receive this news like, hey, you're getting this promotion. Hey, we're thinking about you to do this and that and the other. And that is what leads to the more spicy interaction, is that you're celebrating that. You're celebrating being together while you receive that news, and you're celebrating how proud you are of each other, right? And all that. So definitely what leads to this, you're on vacation. It could also be a weekend getaway, but I feel like this is more of a vacation, and you receive some sort of positive news. I really get that. Okay? So get ready, because either you or this person are receiving some really good stuff when it comes to career. So that's really interesting. Let's actually get into the spicy stuff over on the extended. So like we said before, that is going to be in the description box below for the extended, the link, okay? And feel free to go get it. If this is where we part, that is totally okay, dude. I would really appreciate it if you would smash the like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And I've been a little bit off with these 18 plus readings, so next week it's going to be more 18 plus readings. And yeah, so definitely let me know what you think of these readings and what do you want to see more. I'm always open for suggestions, but yeah. So if you're interested also in getting weekly messages over on my Patreon, or power reading, my merch, all of those links are going to be in the description box below as well. But if this is about my part, thank you so much for being here. I wish you the freaking best. I love you very much, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.